Everyone. What are we up to? Episode 12, I think. Sorry I wasn't around yesterday. Moved down to Palmerston North, but you'll hear about that during the stream. Anyway, let's get in there and get this bridge sorted on the Mountain River map, and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, catch you in there. Maybe pick up the sled. Yeah, you've got the parts. Good point. Right, green on you today. I had a pretty bad car accident, even years ago. 23rd December, it's coming home from work. I always say accidents happen close to your home. And my job wasn't any more than 15 minutes from where I live out in the country. I was working in a small freezer works that in the cool store. On my way to work that day, it'd be a particularly hot day, but real hot day. It was one corner that I was working at the very, but 90-degree corner. And as I came around to go to work, I noticed that the car on the road was, you could see it melting and sticking. Didn't pay attention to that until minutes later. It was on night shift. It was late afternoon when I was going in. Went in, did the first couple of hours, it was fine, came out, it was raining, it was weird. Went in, finished the shift, came back out, and then rain bit, proceeded to leave work. We're getting pain in the ass. you open up the map and do shit, they should be gone and not spawn back. Different. Let's drop that road. I remember hitting the brakes. And I wouldn't have got truck up. Just for the sake of walking about. Some people will go straight over the exit. Get about a dog on the road, which makes sense. And I described black and tan. I thought it was a Hathaway. Which makes sense to me. I would lock my truck up. You know what I mean? But I would lock it up. Slid through the intersection. It's a T intersection. Signs. Through a ditch, and it was a deep ditch. Through a hedge. And it's back past the truck. One person's got knocked out, which I'm glad to do. Hey, mate. Oh, God. What's that there? Why am I weak? Later. A t-shirt. It was light grey. The water doesn't feel right. Why does my head feel cold in the suit as well? Oh, cheers, buddy. So, put my left hand up to my head and I was able to stick all my fingers. But, inside my head, sneaking. A gash. Whoa. Dude. What are you doing? You've started it now. Oh, good Lord. Finger slip. I don't believe that, Griff. For 1 minute. I call bullshit. Dude. Oh my God. Wait till it's finished. Dude. Thank you. Finger slipped. Awesome. Thank you very much, Griff. But finger slip, I call bullshit. Everyone who got sub from him, thank you very much. Gave them and supported him. He's a great streamer. A very close friend. He's funny as hell. Especially when you scare the hell out of him. Oh, The reactions are brilliant. There's normally oh, for fuck's sake. It's something. Oh, dear Lord. Used to do it to him all the time. We go over there, show him some support. He's there on Twitch, BSG_972. Enjoy, Woody. I will. Hey, anyway, get back to the story. There was a paper hole in my head. It ain't good. It was blood squirting out. Like an irrigation unit. That ain't good. Like I had a phone. Now I'm in the country. About 25 minutes from town. I'd be 10 minutes from my house. So the first thing I did was I rang my ex-partner who was still living with me. Told her where I was. She knew where I was. Says this. She's on her way. The thing I did was ring the emergency services. That's right. For that. Moment. Once I found my phone and I told them what happened, and they were like, "Stay with Jack." Yeah. Well, you can. I was like, "Oh, bugger that. Why is that doing that? Why is it going to go there? Let's see what else we're going to do in here. Sawmill. Possibly parts. Should stay at my car. Said I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I'm in the middle of the country. If I'm moving towards you and you're moving towards me, we will meet quicker. I had a beanie in my truck. It's just a woolen hat, you know. I was able to grab. I had a clean shirt in the back, so I grabbed that, wrapped it around my head, pulled the beanie on tight, which slowed down the bleeding. And proceeded to walk up the road. One of the people from the place where I work drove past, and he see me and he stopped back up and he's like, "Dude, get in my car." I was like, "Dude," I'm like, "Hey, I gotta keep walking." I said, "The emergency service is coming, dude." So I think I walked about 2k, and I was on the phone with they call them comms, telling them where I was, and my phone reception wasn't the best, so it cut in and out. I'd drop the call, so I'd have to bring it back. I eventually got up to the straight, and the road I was on went straight ahead up to the main highway, State Highway 1, and there was a gravel road off to my left. Now I could have taken the gravel road, and it was a shortcut up to my house. It would have got me there quicker, but I continued to walk up this road, and as I continued, I've seen these lights coming down, and then I've seen the flashes, and it was a volunteer fire department from next town over, and they said when they hit me, their lights hit me, they're like, "What the hell?" I looked like something out of Walking Dead. It was just covered with blood. I didn't realise this at the time, and then when their lights hit me, I looked down, my grey shirt was red. I was like, "Oh, that's blood. Oh, this ain't good." I remember the two of the firefighters jumped out, ran up to me, and they said, "Sit down, dude, sit down." And I was like, "If I sit down, I ain't getting back up." let me stand. And then the doctor came out in a 4-wheel drive truck. He seen me sort of bandage me, and then the ambulances came out. And when I was telling comms where I was, I told them not to go down that gravel road that was to my left. So tell them just come down the main road and then turn onto the road I'm on. Well, the guys in the ambo didn't listen. It came down the gravel road and it was rutted out. They had massive potholes, and I knew because I drove it every day. When they came down, they put me in the ambulance and they took me back. We got halfway. Well, not even halfway to town. I was like, you just got something wrong, man. There's something wrong in the back end of this thing. Listen to it. And they're like, oh, no. It's brand new. You're the first person in it. I was like, well, you came down that gravel road, didn't you? And you had all those rutted out potholes and everything. Yeah. Done something to your axles. So they had to get another ambo out, transfer me to that, get me to hospital. Got me to hospital. I'd stopped bleeding by this time. They had put gauze and everything in to stop bleeding. So I'm sitting in the hospital. My flatmate had turned up when the ambos had got there. She had turned up as well. I told her to get to my truck. I had a RT system in there that does AM and FM dual channel thing, and I said you need to get that out. You can't get them anymore. When she got to where the truck was, I said it can be fixed. I told her, I said I can fix it. It's not that bad. So I wandered around and looked at it and put a photo up of it in my Discord. I was dreaming. There was no way this thing could be fixed. But she got where my truck was to the police here, and she said, look, I'm here to get the RT out, but no, like, no, you can't do that. Anyway, got me to hospital. He was sitting there, and my best mate came in. I must have told him. And he calls me Horn. Horn, what do you do? I don't really remember, dude. A dog. I told him about dog on the road. And I told my flatmate. I don't remember telling anyone else. I don't even remember the dog now. I just see flashes of it. So, along there, and then this nurse comes and she pulls my bandage. And I feel it pull on my skin. And next minute, blood. I was like, what are you doing? I went off. What are you doing, stupid bitch? You just started the irrigation system again because it's squared here. Oh, sorry, you just wanted to what? Look? Fuck off and leave me the fuck alone. And that's exactly what I said to her. Do not come near me. Don't touch me. For God's sake. Anyway, they had to get a surgeon in because they didn't have a surgeon on duty. So he came in. They informed me I'd cut my temporal lobe artery. I was lucky to still be there because I'd lost a lot of blood. Wow, it happens. Yeah, they stitched it back together and everything. They sent me through an MRI. Seemed to come out fine. And then they were like, oh, we're going to keep you here. We need to, keep an eye on you and watch you for like 24 hours. So I thought, oh, God, here we go. Hospitals are not an easy place to go to sleep. They come and check you every couple of hours. You probably just got to sleep. And then they wake you up and want to take your obs and everything. And you got the noises of all the equipment, people moving around, people hurt. I'm just like, I'm not going to get any sleep. So by 8 o'clock in the morning, I told them, I want to leave. I want to go home. I will crash out my lazy boy in my living room and look out into the country. I ain't going to do anything. They really didn't want me to. So you got two options. Either you let me out or I'm going to sort myself out. I'm doing it. So they did. They let me out. Went home. Ex-partner had already got people on to get my truck. They brought it back. I was absolutely horrified of the state of it because it was a Mitsubishi Pajero. Wasn't a new kind of truck. And it was bent and twisted in every possible way it could be. I was like, how do I get out of that? I didn't even like looking at it. The guys parked it out the back of my house, but every time we left, it was right there. Anyway, so we have a thing here called ACC, Accident Compensation Corporation. You get hurt, you can't sue people. We gave up our right to sue people. It seemed to work at the start. Doesn't really that much now. It's a bunch of pain in the ass. Oh, they're just so hard to deal with. So I've been for 10, 11 years, I've had really bad tinnitus in my ears. It's going now. It never goes away. The only thing that happens is the volume. A bad vertigo. Never used to have that. And I get headaches. And I do not sleep a lot. So they organised for me a month or two ago to go to Palmerston North, which is about 3/4 of the way down the North Island, to an ENT, ear, nose, throat specialist. I was like, can we not find one here in Auckland? No, you got to go to Palmerston North. Like, Auckland's the biggest city in this bloody country, and you can't find one. I do not believe it. Anyway, I was like, okay, we'll go. Did I want Mrs. OT to come with me? I said, sure I do, because she can also tell you what she sees, and she's a lot better at me. I just go, that's it, I've had it. Where she would sit there and she would explain it. And so we flew down Tuesday morning. We got our stepdaughter to come after work and stay and look after the dogs. Didn't like that because the dogs were inside for hours, but she did. So we fly down, we get a taxi from our house. ACC pays for all this. This is why I think it's great waste money. They taxi from my house to the airport. That was $85. I've seen the price. They flew us both down in a crop duster, basically. Tiny ass plane, uncomfortable, all jammed in there like cattle. I called it a dead sled because this reminded me of the trailers that the cattle go away onto the freezer works. So we got down there, then we got a taxi from the airport to our motel. They got us a motel for the night. Then we got another taxi from the motel because my appointment was at 11 to the ENT specialist. So I get there at 10 to 11. So I like to be early. I do not like to be late. We got there. We're waiting. Every now and then I look at my phone. I was like, 5 past. Oh, yeah, okay. And when we went in, they said, oh, he's just popped out. So, okay. I'll be back in a couple of minutes because, he's got this appointment. 10 past. Quarter past. By quarter past, I'm starting to get a wee bit antsy. I'm like, this is bloody rude. We'll deal with it. 20 past. I was like, I'll bugger this. Going out for a cigarette. Went out for a cigarette. Just as I rolled it, because I have tobacco and I roll it. Mr. OT comes out and goes, he's here. I was like, do I look like I give a fuck? He's made us wait 20 minutes. I'm having my cigarette. He can bloody wait on me. And I did have my smoke. We walked in. The receptionist just showed us to the room. I walk in the room. Now, normally when someone walks into your room and you're late, first thing you say is, I'm so-and-so and sorry I was late. This guy's looking at his computer and goes, sit. Like, you what? Sit. So I sat. Mrs. OT knew that I was already amping because I was not a happy camper. And after that, I was like, you're just rude. fucking arrogant. That's fine. I'll put you in your place. It's coming. She knew it. She could tell by the look of my face. And then he looks at me and goes, "What are you here for?" I was like, "What?" He goes, "What are you here for?" I was like, "Are you joking?" And he goes, "What?" I said, "You're the professional. You've got the file and you haven't even read it. You were 20 minutes late. You couldn't even introduce yourself. Don't know how to say your name. But you didn't introduce yourself, didn't apologise for being late, and you want to know why I'm here. You're fucked." I said, "We're not doing this." Straight on my phone. Now I have to go through a call centre because me and ACC have had issues. So I rang the call centre, left a message, and said for my case manager to ring back ASAP. "John, you need to ring back ASAP. This guy hasn't even read my case notes. He's 20 minutes late to the appointment, and we're not doing this." I walk back in the room, sit down, and Mrs. OT's talking with him. I said, "No, we're not doing this." I said, "He should have already known before I got. We're not here. Why are we telling him? He should have done his job and read it. He was also 20 minutes late. Fuck's sake. Do your job, dude. That's what you're paid for." And these professionals get paid really good money by SSG. They charge top dollar, and they'll get it. Government department, so they'll get it. But no, I was so pissed. And then John rings me. And I said, "This will be my case manager. I got to take it." And I walked outside. I said, "John, are you kidding me?" I said, "I told you before we even came down that this was not a good idea." I said, "I had a feeling, and I'm right." I said, "The guy's 20 minutes late to the appointment, didn't even introduce himself." I said, "I find him rude and arrogant." And then asked me why I'm here. He's like, "What?" I said, "He hasn't read anything." I said, "All he keeps talking about is a thing about 2005 where I had a head injury." And I said, "But that's done and dusted. It's sorted." And I said, "But he's not, doesn't want to know anything about the accident, doesn't ask me. So how's he meant to do a report?" I said, "I'm out." And he's like, "Oh, Sean, please do it." I said, "Okay." Well, they can. Um, and John said, "I will ring him." I said, "Right." Look back in, talking, then John rings him, and I could hear what John was saying. John wasn't happy. The guy's going, "I'll do a report." And I was like, "Well, your report ain't going to mean shit because I'm here. You should be asking me the right questions and you're not, because you haven't read it. So we've just wasted a heap of money." Anyway, we gave him the information that he thought he needed. Walk out of this building. We walked out of the building. There were two people coming along on mobility scooters. That's fine. They came past us, and Mrs. A.T. made a remark, "Oh, just about a hit and run." And I just, I laughed. I was in that kind of mood. She had a giggle. And this old woman, I don't think she would have been that much older than us, actually. But she was so wrinkled. She might want to try some moisturiser. Some kind. Lather it on with a bucket or a paint spray, lady, because you need it. You know. She stopped. She was getting out of her mobility scooter, so I don't know why she's on, because she could walk by. She started taking steps toward Mrs. A.T. And I just walked in front of Mrs. A.T. I was like, "Does that fucking happen?" It just started hurling abuse at Mrs. A.T. "I'm bloody sick of people like you, now shut the fuck up." Oh, whoa, hang on. Wrong day, wrong place, and definitely wrong fucking person. After the morning off had, it's coming back at you. You need to sit the fuck down and sit your ass back in that fucking mobility scooter before I fucking knock you in it. And I did say that to her because I was like, "You ain't abusing her. She made a joke. You've got no sense of humour. Fuck off and leave it alone." She looked at me a minute and then realised, obviously by the look of my face, I was dead fucking serious. I would have picked that scooter up and thrown it across the fucking road at her. Got back in her scooter and she's hurling abuse. And I was giggling. Like, this is the best you've got. The woman, you just picked with the wrong person. So she's hurling abuse, so I'm just hurling it back at her, calling her a sour cunt, and I did use that word, because we like that word here in New Zealand and Australia. So she's hurling abuse at Miss AD. I'm hurling abuse back at her. The people are walking past and they're laughing at me. I knew they were. I thought, man, what's up with her? Like, has she not had her daily meth fix or coke or something? Yeah. We get further down the road. Now, I've never been in parts north before. Hey, down under simulations. So, new experience for me. I've only ever flown in and out of the airport. I've never been in the town of that. So, he said, we'll go for a walk around town, find somewhere to eat for lunch. So that's what we do. Then there was this guy holding this cardboard with pictures and started saying, don't trust the government and watch out for technology. I looked at Mrs. AD and was like, oh, the crazies are out today. Oh, Lord. I felt like I needed to wear a foil hat. They're listening. He kept saying, they're listening. Don't trust technology. I thought, I fucking love technology when it works for me. I thought, we just need to get somewhere, get some food and get back to the motel. I can't deal with these crazy people. We went and got food, got back to the motel. Tuesday night, I ordered my taxi for Wednesday morning because we flew out around, well, it was meant to be 20 past 8. But I ordered my taxi for 7:30 because it took us 10 minutes to get from the airport to our motel. I timed it. So I'd know, okay, 10, 15 minutes, we'll be at the airport, that's how much time I need. So I ordered it for 7:30 the next morning. I woke up at 5:30. I got up, I shared, I had a coffee, a couple of smokes. And Mrs. AD got up, she had her shower, and I made her a cup of tea. She had a smoke. We had brought some snacks to take back on the plane because all they give you is a tiny bag of crisps or chips or fucking some shit, and it's got only got like 4 in it. And then I was only more than that. So I got a bag. I had a bag of lollies. We locked up the motel. I dropped the key off at the office. Thanked the guy. Lovely people. Yeah, no, you can. Oh, yeah, yeah. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Those bloody things. So we're waiting for the taxi. Frosty morning, cold as hell. It was seriously cold. Oh, 7:30 comes. Taxi isn't turned up. Well, like, these guys are normally pretty good. 25 to 8 comes. It's like, I better ring. So because the taxi was booked through ACC, I got to ring the 0800. So I rang the 0800 and said, look, gave them my name and I have a PIN. And it's asked my name, gave it to them. I said, look, I booked a taxi last night for 7:30 this morning. It's now 25 to 8. We got to be at the airport. We got a plane at roughly 8 o'clock. Okay. I need to talk to my supervisor. I thought, you don't need to talk, you just need to get me a taxi here before we miss the plane. My whole point of thinking at this time is stepdaughter's left at 4 o'clock that morning to start work. Dogs have already been inside for 4 hours. Going to be inside another couple of hours, but if we miss that plane, they're going to be inside and it's going to be a mess and it ain't on them. Anyway, they said, oh, we've escalated it. I thought, what? Oh, there'll be a taxi there soon. Okay. So we walk out to hey Keela, it's talking about you. Sit down. What? Sit down. Um, so we walk out to the street instead of the taxi driving up because it was a back section. So we'll just wait out here. Quarter two comes. That's starting to push it. I can see traffic and then I rang them again. My taxi ain't here. We're going to miss this flight. Why has my taxi not turned up? I'm telling you. Anyway, luckily this guy had logged on at 20 to 8, had seen the job, and goes, shit, that hasn't been done, and it's late, and that should be a priority because it's going to the airport. And he was only around the corner, and he came ripping straight out. Nice guy. We jumped in. I said to him about a flight. They say it's 20 past 8, but I said it'll already be boarding, I guarantee you. Regional airport, they just like to get them up, gone, and So he was like, well, this shouldn't have happened. And I said, no. He's like, well, you need to ring this fella. He's the manager. Tell him. I said, well, I will when I get back to Auckland. I said, I'm also going to ring my ACC case manager because if I miss this flight, all hell's going to break loose. He drops us off at the airport, and I said to Miss, I'm having a smoke before I get on this plane. Mrs. OT is already going into the building. I'm lighting a cigarette, chugging it down. She turns around and she's waving her arm. Come on, come on. I'm like, what? She goes, they're calling us. It's like, what? It's like 8 o'clock. Plane was, they say the plane's meant to depart at 20 past. I thought it was 8. But it says 20 past on the ticket too. Anyway, last call, they're calling in. It's, oh shit. Drop the smoke, run through the airport. We tell them, hey, yeah. They radio the guys out front because you have to walk out. Yeah, there's no air bridge or anything, small plane. Walking out there and I'm seated there, putting the ladder back to the back of the plane. They'd already moved it. That's how close we were to missing this plane. We get in, sit down, fly back. We got back here 10 past 9, quarter past 9. We get some breakfast at the airport because we hadn't really eaten. So I got Mrs. AT some breakfast. Then we came out. I rang the 0800 number again to get a taxi. They're like, oh yes, be there soon. Sweet. I'm walking down the taxi line. We're on a taxi line. Oh, there's about 5 different companies here and about 3 different cars from each taxi firm. Why am I waiting? Why can't one of these just take me? Throwing them back. And I said, please explain to me. Why am I waiting for a taxi when there's all these ones here and one of these could give me an answer? So let's hang on. Eventually, the taxi did turn up, but he didn't turn up where we were. He turned up way in another part, rings me and says, oh, can you come here? It's like, hell no, I don't know where you are. You need to get to the domestic terminal, the pick up and drop off area. That's where we are. That's where you should have came. And it's later, he rocks up in the car. We come home. That was my trip to Palestine North. It was a shit show. I ain't doing it again. I am not doing it again. We should never have been that late to the airport. That throat specialist sort of already read my file before I walked into that office, and knowing who I was and what I was there for, not asking me, oh dear Lord, I don't think you're a specialist. You need to go back and you need to learn how to do your job properly, dude. It was just a shit show. Sorry about Palmerston North. Nice enough city, very flat, reminds me of my hometown. Yeah, no, let me come back. So needless to say, I don't know what um, sawmill for spare parts. I don't know what the report will say. I have no clue. But I will get a copy of it, and hopefully we can get shit sorted. But I did ring my case manager and say to him, that only can hold two. Say, maybe use it that much. Oh, said we're not doing this again, John. Oh, good Lord. See how long we can run on that board. Take them. Yeah, that was To pass. Yeah, it is. Just like yesterday morning, it was heavy when we got home. It was after tea. It was I made a feeling it would be a shit show. It was what? Was opened up for you to use on this table. Like another lady from the Williams came past somewhere not long after me. There's a hardly woman. It's wonderful. It's just crackhead. It just smiled at me. Carried on. Free there. I was going to straighten this out, but the way those it looks like no release. Okay. Yeah. Chill there, speak time with the dogs. Stuff on YouTube and Netflix. Marcus A. Green, Playboy. Go to the dairy convenience stores. Oh, sorry, this is open. Who is this? is this? Is up there, up there. Huh. So I have a repair truck right here. Can't remember. How much you have? Truck. Oh. There you go. Actually, I have to take when I first go. Okay. Now I'm just scanning all over that stuff. And then I need to, guys, I'm going to have to stop there. Go do what it's called. I will come back. It'll be later. I'll be in about an hour. I'm sorry about that. I have to go and do it for school. Okay, I'll be back in a wee bit.